Hello, welcome to Me and My Golf. We're your coaches Andy and Pierce, and Happy New Year. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas and we wish you all the best for 2018. Now, the Impact Show, first one of the year, we have probably the best Impact Show yet, Pierce. Hopefully, we've got a very special guest.
We have, yes, we have got Rory McIlroy, probably the best, if not one of the best drivers on the tour at the moment. We're picking his brains about how he hits the perfect drive. You need to watch this, guys. Let's take charge of your game. So thanks, Rory. Thank you so much for your time, spending some time with us today.
Good to see you, Rory.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Talking about the perfect drive. And we thought, well, if we had to pick one person in the world about the perfect drive, who would we pick? We have to pick you.
Yeah, we've got to pick you. And look, 2017 for yourself, #1 driving distance on tour, average, which is 317 yards, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Average.
But we've got a question for you. On 18 holes of golf, whether it be tournament or whether it be practice, how many actual perfect drives would you say that you actually hit?
I don't have very many.
We don't believe you.
No, seriously, the perfect drive is, obviously we're all perfectionists out here and we're trying to, I might hit one that I think, okay, I couldn't have hit that any better in a round of golf. So say 1 out of, maybe you're hitting driver 12 times.
Yeah.
So maybe 1 out of 12. And then in practice, I think sometimes you get into a groove and you start to, you start to feel it, and then you can, you maybe hit a few more. But out on the golf course, yeah, it's very rarely you're hitting more than maybe 2 or 3 perfect tee shots.
It's interesting for the guys at home to listen to that, because they watch you, on TV, and they look and just expect that you hit the shot exactly how you want it every single time. But it's not the case, is it always, really?
No, it's not. Golf it's a game of misses. If you can bring your misses in and you can make them better and not destructive, and not play your way out of a hole or hit it into the into a bunker, a water hazard or whatever, it makes a huge difference. So even though I maybe don't hit it perfect all the time, the misses are still good enough that I can go from there.
So you understand those misses, which is actually really important.
Yeah, and that is a big thing as well. If people can understand their misses and the patterns, it's much easier to address them.
Yeah, we always say the good shots are always good. It's making those bad ones just a little better, isn't it, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, 2018, I'm sure you're excited to get started. New driver in play, what have you got?
New driver, yeah, I got the new TaylorMade M3 in play, which I hit a few months ago, just very early testing stages, but I've been able to spend a little bit more time with it now, and it's incredible. They've got a couple of new things, but definitely this twist face technology is the big thing that they're bringing into play. And again, it's all talking about making our misses better. How can we make our misses better? And obviously for guys at my level and the people that are watching this, all levels of golfers, it's going to really help them.
Okay, well, we'll talk about strike a little bit later.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure we're keen, and the viewers are going to want to see Rory hit a couple of shots.
I can hear him shouting, hit it, hit it, hit it. Okay, so we've got Trackman in play. Let's just hit a couple of shots if we can.
Yep.
And let's just see what numbers we get, and let's just discuss them a little bit and maybe pick your brains on them.
Okay, yep, for sure.
So what sort of shape on this sort of shot?
So it's obviously, it's a little windy today. Wind's off the right, so I'll probably just try and start it out the right and let the wind bring it back a little bit.
So pretty neutral shot.
Yeah, neutral.
Pretty much as you said. Very nice. Very nice. Okay,
Happy with
just
that
hit another one for me.
Yeah, that went pretty. Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Definitely be happy with that one.
Yeah, we're in trouble if he doesn't like that one. That was pretty decent.
All right.
Okay. Okay, one more.
A little higher, wind's getting it, but still a good strike.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got some good
Pretty
data
decent,
on that one.
Pretty decent. Okay, so look, I mean, both of these tee shots here, we've got 301 carry and 307 carry, so obviously massive distances. But when we talk about optimizing, we're talking about obviously getting a good ball strike, which Andy's going to talk about in a moment. But when we're looking at this here, we see this attack angle, 5.6 degrees on the up. That is a lot for any golfer, really, but it is actually what the long drive guys are trying to achieve a little bit, and that seems a little bit more than maybe you've done before.
Yeah, so I've always been around if I was 4 degrees up, that's something that would be quite sort of common for me. And that was, I was sending it out the right there a little bit, so it might have been a little more. But yeah, usually around 4 to 5 degrees, which, yeah, I mean, that optimizes your launch conditions, brings the spin down, brings the launch up, and yeah, and that's basically, if you want to be a long driver, you got to get that ball up in the air as quick as possible and not have much spin on it.
So there's no real reason why the attack angle's gone up in the last year or two?
Not really. I've no
specific change?
No specific change, really. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to play a driver and a ball that's as low spin as possible to maximize my distance. So maybe I've adjusted in some way, but it's been a subconscious change.
Yeah,
it's not something that I've worked on.
Sometimes the equipment can make that happen as well, can't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, if someone's looking to optimize their tee shots, what sort of things are they looking at? What do you think is a good place for them to start if they're trying to hit up on the golf ball?
Tee it up higher.
Tee it up higher.
All the time. I mean, it's so simple, but I try and tee the ball up quite as high as I'm comfortable with.
Yes.
Some people aren't that comfortable doing that because they feel they lose control over it a little bit, but that was one of the big things for me, even from a kid, is tee the ball up and get it up in the air. Okay. And yeah, it's all about carry, and that's a big thing for me.
Would you say that's shaped, from a young age, you wanting to hit the golf ball far, teeing it up, has almost shaped you to the driver that you are today? Yeah,
yeah, for sure. And back in the day, we didn't have a TrackMan to figure out how to do this. So you just go to the range and sort of try to figure it out yourself. Okay, what feelings can I create that helps me hit it the furthest? And I'm still not very big now, but as a kid I was really small, and I found out the best way for me to get it out there was to hit up on it and come from the inside and hit a big draw.
Yeah.
Which has been a pattern in my game for at least at the start of my career. I feel like as I've gotten stronger and gotten into the gym, I've been able to get out of that pattern a little bit and be able to hit it a little more neutral.
Okay.
But that was definitely a big part of how I was, from quite a small frame, able to hit it so far.
Yeah, if we look at the club path there, it is a little bit left, but obviously you are hitting up on the golf ball a lot, which obviously makes that happen. So
yeah,
that number will have changed as well.
Yeah.
So what would you say then, you're hitting drives, Rory, on the range when you're working at your driver? What sort of things would you think about? So what goes through your mind if you're working at technique? It'd be interesting for the viewers to sort of get inside your brain and think how you.
Yeah. So big thing for me, I use the ground a lot. I've quite a maybe use my legs a little more than some other guys do. So I like to have a really stable base. So I probably set my feet apart a little wider than shoulder width, just to give me a really stable base. And then I just think of width on the way back, just taking a really wide, not reaching in any way, but really taking this back in one piece there. And getting this really wide.
Yeah. Wide here as opposed to focusing.
Yeah, exactly. It's more the handle. Yeah, it's more the hands just there. And obviously you don't want to reach, but just getting a nice stretch on your back and on your lats there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just really getting that and load into your right side. I try to keep this right leg very flexed, but still load into it.
Yeah.
So then from there, you're just getting so much energy transfer onto your left side again. And then my first move on the way down is that shift onto the left side before anything happens up here.
Yeah.
I'm really bumping into that left side, and pressure goes down that left leg then.
Into the leg.
And then I come down, and then just as soon as just before impact, that goes up. I'm not thinking about all this at the time, but it would just be, it's that movement there, the width, and then the press to the left.
Yeah.
And then you can go after it.
I think it's one thing you can really notice on Rory's shots, how he does shift that weight back and then gets it back into that side, into that lead side, which is again one of the reasons that you create so much speed, but also get that hidden up on the golf ball. Could you just demonstrate one for us again there for us, Rory?
There you go.
Sure.
Just we'll get a good look at what these legs are doing and show the viewers at home.
Got like another 5 hours just to hit balls.
Yeah, we're okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Got time for that?
Fine.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was nice. You can really, again, just looking at that lower body, how it works, how he gets the pressure into that right side.
Yeah, ball speed.
That was a better one,
over 170, 173 miles per hour. Yeah, up again 3.5 that time, maybe not quite as
yeah,
much.
Probably I hit that maybe with a little cut more than
okay.
anything. Probably the spin was probably up on it a little bit.
It was, yes, indeed, it was.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to talk a little bit about strike, Rory. One of the things that we're getting our viewers to do a lot, and we recommend that they test their strike. It's often overlooked. They maybe have no clue where it hits on the face. Is it something that you work on in terms of your ball striking? Do you have a miss on the club face? And where would you say you would hate to hit it on the face?
Yeah, so I think for me, so if I'm, again, going back to, we were talking just before we came on here about hitting a drive under pressure, and you know, one thing that I really focus on more than anything else is just good contact.
Yeah.
Just strike it solid. Because if you strike it solid, obviously, more times than not, it's going to work out in your favor. But no, for me, when I miss it low in the heel. And that comes from being a little from the inside and hitting up on it. Like, that is my pattern. Some other guys would be a little bit different. I know some guys on tour hit it high off the toe.
Yeah.
But with my swing pattern and with what I do, that would be terrible for me. It would be a destructive shot because I come from the inside and hitting up on it. That if it goes high off the toe for me, that is left going left.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky in a way that my misses are off the heel with the pattern. Yeah, it seems to straighten it out a little bit for me. But strike is hugely important. Obviously, if you can hit it out of the middle of the club face more often, it's going to help. But obviously, using this driver, you have a little bit margin for error.
Exactly. You got a bit more margin for error in that toe strike with this club, haven't you?
Yeah,
for sure?
exactly. Toe strike and heel strike as well.
Yeah.
You know, I was hitting balls earlier, and I hit one with my old M2 even 4 millimeters off the heel, and it was 6 yards offline.
Okay.
And I hit one with this M3 8 millimeters off the heel, and it was only 3 yards offline.
That's a big miss,
So
8 millimeters, isn't it? It's
Massive.
a big miss.
How dare you?
Massive.
How dare you?
I know.
But it is interesting, I think, and this goes to understanding your miss, that, you know, with your golf swing, you have a draw swing with a fade strike. So it kind of balanced it out and actually allowed you to hit the fairway still. For you, though, if you toe strike it, so if you basically a draw strike with a draw swing, then it's going in that water on the left, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, exactly.
Okay, cool. All right, so look, before you go, we've got to put you under a little bit of pressure because those shots were easy. We've got to try and put a bit of pressure on. So I think it's very easy for golfers. I say very easy. It's easy for golfers to take this away to the range and work at this. Great. On the golf course, though, when there's a little bit of pressure, it obviously does change, as you know. So we're going to give you a scenario. First major of the year, the Masters. You're one shot clear, 18th tee.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You need to hit the fairway.
You need to hit the fairway.
What's your go-to shot to hit the fairway?
Augusta, 18th, probably started at those left bunkers and then just try and peel it off it.
Okay,
just
so a little cut, a little fade.
Little cut, little fade.
Okay, so can we watch hit one?
Of course.
Do we need to see? Here we go, we got them. So this is obviously a shot that you do practice. The normal shot for you, as you said before, you did a lot of the training in the gym was the draw.
Yeah.
It's kind of softened off a little bit now.
Definitely, yeah.
So this is a little bit easier to play then, maybe.
All right. Hard wind off the right as well.
We've got to make it easy for you,
I know, exactly.
So the attack angle will probably come down a little bit on this one.
It should.
Yeah.
It definitely should. Oh, green jacket.
There we go. There we go. Just remember that one this year, would you?
There we go,
Rory?
yeah. Please do.
There you go.
Mention us in the speech, please. Right, okay, look, 0.5 down.
Yeah,
so
there
you
you
can
go.
see there, exactly as you were saying there, no real loss in distance there, actually. The distance was pretty good, considering the wind was off the right as well, so you'll take that one.
I would take that one, yeah. 318 up the middle.
There we are.
Have a 9-iron left in my hand. Perfect.
Brilliant. Okay, Rory, thanks so much for your time.
No worries,
Have
thank
a
you.
great season. We're going to be looking forward to watching what unfolds this season. Guys, thanks for watching at home. Make sure you post any comments and questions down below, and we'll see you soon.
Welcome to your Me and My Golf Weekly. You can see the club head, you know, it goes up on an angle, but it comes down on a slightly different angle, what we call a shallower angle.
The trace that we'd often see is something that works maybe a little more in and then up, and then the opposite pace we'd see go a little more over on the way down.
There you have it, Andy. What a fantastic guest Rory was.
Start the year off. I like that one.
What a way to start the year off. So really nice to spend some time with him. So Rory, thank you so much for that. And Andy, what are they going to do next?
Right, well look, if you want to delve a little bit deeper into actually how Rory hits that perfect drive, and Me and My Golf Weekly has just gone live where myself and Pierce break his swing down a little bit and give you some very simple things that you can do to get a little bit closer to Rory. Make sure you check it out and click the link in the corner down there, and we'll see you over there.